Hello, friends. So today I'm prepping for an interview, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I come on here and share? Because I have had experience, and that is the best way I know I could be of service. So you know how in cabin crew interview you hear questions like, "Tell me about yourself. Why should we hire you? Introduce yourself." They are all saying the same thing, which is sell yourself to us. So regardless of whatever it is you want to say, just have it in mind that these questions are the same. You are either going to see one of them, a must. So sell yourself to them. How do you sell yourself? Number one, the first category, which I would like to highlight, your age, your height, your nationality, your BMI. Those are in the first category. In the second category, you have here you begin to sell your certifications, your licenses, your work experience that could help you in that role as a cabin crew. So that means if it's not relevant to cabin crew, do not mention it. And also for the first category, try as much as possible, even if you don't want to mention the four, try as much as possible to highlight on two out of the four. If you know anyone will play against you, just focus on another. It's a must. Some airlines would actually tell you, in respect to that, tell me about yourself. They're going to add it, tell us your height. Etihad did that. They made sure that they included it. So it's a must. Height is a must. And then you can substitute with another. And then the next category, number three category, this is where you sell your success and your strengths. So this is where now you go further and you spice it up with your unique selling point. Because guess what? These airlines know that virtually everyone who is going to apply for this role has customer service experience like they requested and hospitality, but something extra, which is your success story and your unique selling points that is still relevant to the role. So add it there. And then like I got this hint from Danlock. Personally, I will make sure that I implement this in my next interview. Ask a question. Yes, ask a question. Don't always, see yourself like, you are the only one going to give. It's an interview, it's also an opportunity for you to sell yourself, and also it's also an opportunity for you to find out if this is these people you really want to work with. Don't always have this scarcity mindset that you are the only one that you are the one that needs the favor. It's also very good that you learn how to ask questions to your employer after they do all this. Regardless of the kind of question that is going to come out, they are always going to touch around these points. So, number one, like I said, in the aspect of selling yourself. Number two, you're going to see questions from customer relations. That is questions like, oh, how will you handle an angry guest? How will you handle a dissatisfied guest? All those things are customer relations skills. How will you break a news, a disappointing news? Also, questions on safety acumen. Etihad asked this as well. Tell us about a time you had to go through a safety protocol, you had to enforce a safety protocol. Why? Because the job of a cabin crew primarily is safety. So they want to ensure that you have a grip of safety procedure policies, just like that. And then you're going to see questions on teamwork. Tell us about a time you had to make friends, you had to quickly align with someone to make sure. Teamwork, just prepare yourself for anything teamwork oriented questions. The next question, that is problem solving skills and your personal goal. So they want to see, are you someone that has personal, are you driven personally? Do you know how to solve problems? Do you understand how to solve? So you're going to see questions like, oh, tell us about your biggest accomplishments. Tell us about a time when you solved a problem. Tell us about a time when you had to go around for different information and you ended up solving the problem. All these things are questions, situational based questions. So make sure that you cover grounds. Organization know how. You are applying to the airline, you are applying to the company. So they expect that, okay, you should know something about them. So Do your findings about the airlines. What is their CEO, their mission, their vision? Where do they operate? Their slogan, their logo, their color. What is their recent accomplishment? For any airline that you are going to interview for, do your due diligence and find out about all these things. As a cabin crew person, I believe there's one skill that people really do not understand that this job requires, which is storytelling. You need to be very quick in learning how to tell stories because you never know which out of these categories I highlighted where your questions are going to come from, but definitely you are going to see one out of each. So you need to have this skill of telling a story. You need to be fast in thinking because some questions are actually going to be new to you, but if you prepare, they will not really be new because you're expecting some questions in the category. I don't know if you understand. And also, there's something I want to say. I hope I'm not missing it out. And what do I want to say again? Aha, yes, I remembered. Using the star method. That method is so it helps you to arrange your thought process. Because while you are out there trying to tell the story, your mind might be going like in different places. Okay, so how do I start? But the star method is there to help us. When you use the star method in answering any interview question. You just need to follow it chronologically like that. So S is for situation. To first of all, you paint the situation. Then T is for the task. You paint the task, what the responsibilities that you're supposed to carry out or you carried out. Then A is for action, what you eventually did, and then finally R the results. So when you immediately think along this line, it helps you to align your story that would fit into their own story. So just implement this in your next interview and definitely it will be a success. Bye.